So this is the antifreeze reservoir that was in the FC. I'm finding that it's leaking out of the bottom here. It looks like there was some old brazing. I did a little initial cleanup just to see if I can find out where it's leaking. So around this bracket, it seems to be leaking. They must have had an issue with it before and they tried sealing it up. So what I'm going to do is clean it up. I think it's actually coming from the inside of the bracket, which would be definitely harder to get to. I'm going to see if I can get something in there to clean that up and see by heating up the back side of this bracket if I can get that to braze on the inside if that's where it's leaking. So at this point I'm going to put a test cap on the bottom of this, a rubber Ferenco, fill this up with water, clean it up, and see if I can see exactly where it's leaking from. The reservoir looks in pretty good shape. It doesn't look totally like rotted out, so I think it's worth trying to save. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'll show you how I make out. Appear to be leaking on the seam right underneath this bracket. So it looks like by cleaning it up, it looks like they've already tried to somewhat try to braze it in there. They did not really a great job here. It looks like they just tried to flow some solder in there to fill it up. So what I'm thinking of doing, just to gain real good access to be able to braze that good, I noticed this bracket has a crack in it right here. So what I think I'm going to do, I'd have to fix that anyway by welding it. So what I'm going to do is actually make a cut here, and I'm going to bend this bracket up like this, and then it'll reveal both sides so I can really clean them up good and actually get a good braze on the inside. After that, I'll bend this bracket back and then re-weld this here. And it's kind of like hitting two birds with one stone. I'll be able to fix this bracket and also repair on the inside, because it looks like that's the only place that it's leaking. So after trying to fix the other tank, which I was unsuccessful at, it had way too many rust holes. Every time I would go to braze it, it would just totally fall apart. It just is a mess. The thing is so thin, it's so old. So what I decided to do is make my own. I made it out of some 3-inch copper and some scrap pieces we had hanging around. I soldered on the top housing for the cap and made my own. It worked out pretty good. I'm going to do a water test on it and install it, see how it works. Well, it's installed. It worked out pretty well, no leaks. I kind of like it. I think the copper looks actually pretty cool.